In this video, I would like to show you how our family started our summer vegetable garden, beginning in the early spring and finally planting it out in the beginning of summer. There are so many recipes that I'm excited to explore this year, and the first thing to do is sort through which seeds to plant and when. In mid-February, I start all of the nightshades like these hot peppers, sweet peppers, and some of the earliest tomatoes, as well as celery. For starting seeds in 2-inch pots, I mix together potting soil with a little bit of compost, and for starting seeds in a plug or a cell tray, I only use seed starting mix. To know when to start your seeds depends on the average date of last frost in your region, and in 8A, that's April 18th. The soil needs to be very moist for the seeds to have a good chance of germination, and in about 2, maybe 3 weeks, you should start seeing little sprouts coming up. Cell trays like this come in a variety of sizes, and it's a really convenient way to grow a lot of plants without taking up hardly any space in your house. My cell tray is on a structure that's actually a cat patio that I bought online, and it's perfect. I start the tomato seeds in these 2-inch pots, and I place them in these aluminum foil baking pans so that they fit on the windowsill of a south-facing window. This way they're held in place, and I can bottom water them as I need to. The other seeds I start in the 2-inch pots right away are the melons, which our daughter loves to help plant too. By early and mid-March, I sow the rest of the seeds to be transplanted to the garden later, and I begin the process of growing sweet potato slips. I harvested these sweet potatoes from our garden 2 years ago, and they produce the vines which I cut and put into water so that they can spread roots and later be transplanted into the garden in midsummer time.
Right there. Ready? Up.
From late February through mid-March, the plants are being watered. Overwatering is the number one reason why seedlings do not make it to the garden, and all I can tell you is to just be patient with yourself. You'll get the hang of it, and you might lose some, but go ahead and plant some extra in advance. When the seedlings are about 3 inches tall and they've all been moved to 2-inch pots for the most part, they're ready to move outdoors into a sheltered area like this. This location on our back porch is covered, sheltered from the wind, and I don't have to worry about the early spring frost. When the time has come for planting out, our young children are willing and eager to help.
Are in the box. You go get them?
There are other crops that you can start early from seed in the garden, like carrots, brassicas, which include cabbages, and also onions and leeks. You can also succession sow crops like beets, turnips, and radishes that are harvested as quickly as 30 to 55 days.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah, Daddy.
See? Okay.
Yeah, me and Mommy.
Maybe right here.
Yeah. Look at what?
Ready to plant one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let's put this kale in here. Let's put it in. Gotta bury it.
Me, I'm the water.
You're gonna water it. Okay.
It's mid-March, and if there's a frost, these would have to be covered. Our other garden transplants are still growing and will be planted out in mid-April. Honestly, there's nothing I enjoy more from our garden than fresh picked lettuce. There's so many varieties that you can't buy in the store, and they're so easy to grow, plus they just taste so much better. I had the idea this year of surrounding our little kitchen garden where the babies play and making it into a courtyard of tomatoes, because tomatoes are probably their favorite thing to eat fresh out of the garden during the summer months. So this year I'm growing the most varieties of tomatoes I've ever grown. I have one of those seed packets of mixed heirloom tomato varieties, and it's going to be a fun surprised to see what all we get. And of course, I have some favorite high-performing varieties that taste really good, like the Costoluto Fiorentino and the Sun Sugar Cherry Tomato. Now, I know it might come as a surprise that I put the baby's play area right in the middle of our kitchen garden, but since they're learning what food is and what it looks like, they don't go out and destroy everything, but they do learn how to harvest and what it's like to grow food, and just have fun. I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah. Don't eat it.
Can't eat it yet, it's not ready. You think it's delicious?
Yeah.
It's not ready yet.
Amazing.
Think it'll be amazing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The trellises are assembled from electrical conduit pipe. They're really easy to put together. They're 1/2 inch diameter, 5 feet tall, 5 feet across. And with careful pruning, I can grow up to 7 tomatoes on each trellis. Gonna plant all this out starting today. Got corn, tomatoes, eggplant, peppers. By mid-April, the threat of frost is past and my tomato transplants are ready to be planted in the garden. In springtime, because I'd already sheet mulched this garden many months, years ago, I just put down another layer of fresh compost, 2 to 3 inches, and it's ready to go.
Yeah. I see you. See you in the window. You want to go outside too? How fast can I do this? Oh, you gotta go faster.
Hi. Yeah.
Day free.
Don't be upset. You're okay. Now look at this. Look. I'm gonna plant these sunflowers today.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't want to be more cat.
You don't have to be a marker.
You want to use the flower.
Let's go.
What the
Right here. Sunflowers, zinnias, marigolds. There's so many options for sowing seeds that grow into flowers in the summer garden. Our girls love to see a sunflower grow from a seed they planted. We're in the garden, and today we planted sweet peppers, hot peppers,
You're going off the track. You're going off the track. You're going off the track. Okay. Race
onions and cabbages. Been growing since February. We're also growing eggplant and sugar baby watermelon and honeydew melon. Yeah. I love you. Last to plant out is the corn, and though it's a bit unconventional to plant them from plugs, we find it's easy to plant them in a grid this way and deep enough so they don't fall over. We sowed this clover from seed and it comes back in full flourish every summer, but it's an evergreen and it fixes nitrogen in the soil. Plus, it's really fun for the children to play in. I remember playing in clover when I was a little girl and making necklaces out of the flowers.
Yeah.
And that's how we grew the vegetables to plant out our summer garden. Now all that's left to do is wait for the harvest. So I hope you enjoyed our video and were able to see how much fun it can be to grow food together as a family. Good luck on your own gardening adventures.
Will you marry me?
Will I marry you?
Ah! love Alice.
You're so cute.